Today's excursion will be taking us snorkeling on Maui. We'll be leaving from Maalaea Harbour, visiting Molokai Crater, heading off to Wailea-Makena, and then finally back to Maalaea Harbour. One of the great things about Maui is you can go snorkeling just off the beach. There's no need to take an excursion. But in this case, we decided that the charter boat would take us to a more scenic place, and we get to visit some turtles and visit the famous Molokai Crater. All up, we'll spend about 5 hours. Takes us about an hour to get out to Molokai, another 30 to 40 minutes to go over to Wailea-Makena. Then we visit some spinner dolphins on the way home, and finally back to harbour. We're not sponsored by any company, and we paid for all of this excursion ourselves, and so hopefully there is no bias. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out and a lot of fun. To capture more like this, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell. It was the fastest hour of your life, and we have arrived at Molokai Crater already. As you can see, the crater gets a little crowded, but it's still a lot of fun. The sea's clear, and okay, there's a lot of people here, but it is a lot of fun. The crew are fantastic. I think we have a free drink or two included, and lunch is included in the excursion. After all this splashing about, we certainly need some refreshment. One of the advantages of going on an organised tour is that the safety is taken care of. So there is a guy on a surfboard keeping watch on everything. The crew are constantly on the lookout for people getting into trouble. So if you have any doubt at all about your skills for snorkeling, then this is the way to go. The cost is about $200 per person, including lunch and refreshments. We did bring our own gear, so that might also add slightly to the cost. As I said, if you want to, you can just go yourself off the beach in Maui. We spent about an hour at Molokai Crater, about 50 minutes of that in the water, so there's plenty to see and do. You certainly won't get bored. After visiting the crater, we steam over to Makena and try to catch some of the turtles. I believe this area is called Turtletown. Now this is just off the coast, but I have heard reports that going off the shore here is a little dangerous, and there have been a number of people who have sustained injuries, and so take extra care if you're going off the beach here. There's a lot of 5-star hotels in this area as well, so the beach access might be restricted in some places. The sea got a little rough on the way over, and so it stirred up a little. So the water here isn't quite as clear. But there are turtles. And you'll also notice that there's a lot of coral and larger boulders here. It's not as smooth on the bottom as it was at the Molokai crater. One thing you also need to be aware of is that your destinations when you take one of these excursions might change based on the weather. It'd be silly to go to an area that's exposed to the prevailing wind, and so they go where the conditions are right, which is another advantage of taking a tour. So a lot more wildlife here, or sea life should I say, sea anemones and these ribbon fish, not quite sure of the exact proper name. We did have to swim quite away from the boat to get to this location. We took some floaties to help. The boat can't get in this close to the shore because it's a little rocky and the sea's just that little bit rough. But we came here for one reason, and that's to see the turtles, which seem to hang out here most of the time. We do try and stay away from them, but sometimes they actually just swim towards us. So all in all, this is a great day out. About 5 or 6 hours all up, lunch and a beverage included, and just a whole lot of fun. A little expensive, as I said, you can go yourself off the beach, but to my mind, this is good value for money, and I'd do it again. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit like if you appreciate my content. It really helps me out. Thanks.